The Valorant Episode 4 Act 3 update introduced a new Agent Fade, new Battle Pass, and balance changes to Jett, Neon, and Sova. Here are all the important things to know about the new Valorant Agent Fade and the 4.08 patch note highlights. The new Agent Fade is recon heavy and uses the power of raw nightmares to seek out her enemies. She mostly focuses around locating enemies, blinding them, and keeping them in one location for a short amount of time. Fade's E ability, Haunt, allows her to fire an orb that will fall to the ground after a short amount of time and reveal the location of enemies caught in its line of sight. You can hit E again while it's in mid-air to drop it down early. Fade's Q ability, Seize, equips a Nightmare Ink orb that can be thrown, and once it hits the ground, the ink will explode and create a zone where enemies caught in it cannot leave the affected area normally. You can hit Q early to drop the ink orb early as well. Fade's C ability, Prowler, equips a Prowler entity that's thrown out in a straight line but will lock onto any enemies or trails in their vision and chase them down. They'll near sight any enemy they touch, and you can hold the fire button to steer the Prowler in the direction of your crosshair. Fade's ultimate Nightfall equips the power of fear itself by sending out a massive wave of nightmare energy that can go through walls. This creates fear trails to the enemies as well as deafening and decaying them. Fade's kit is built for all perfect combinations that give her and the team the most intel as possible. Sova is the only other recon-heavy agent, so Fade being introduced to the game will help with securing as much intel as possible. Fear trails are huge in locating enemies and being able to track them down with her Prowler ability. Along with the introduction of Fade, there have been a few agent balance changes. Jett's Tailwind ability now consumes her charge after a 0.75 second delay, and she'll have a 12-second window to dash on the next key press. But whether or not she uses the dash, the ability will be gone in those 12 seconds. But her Tailwind can still be regained after 2 kills. Neon's high gear movement was adjusted so she can slide sideways and forward as long as she's moving, but the energy drain was increased from 6.7 to 10 seconds. Her battery energy received after killing an enemy was increased from 25% to 100% as well, and her fast lane ability no longer deals damage to teammates or enemies to encourage more safety and movement. Sova's Owl Drone's duration was reduced by 3 seconds, and the health was reduced by 25, and the number of reveal pings was reduced from 3 to 2. Sova's Shock Dart damage was also reduced from 90 to 75 to lessen damage outputs from non-ultimate abilities. Additionally, Jett's Blade Storm, Raze's Showstopper, and Sova's Hunter's Fury now show how much ammo they have left when it's equipped. How do you feel about the new Initiator Fade? Are you happy with Sova's changes? Let us know! Valorant Episode 4 Act 3 went live April 27th, so you can jump in and play the new update yourself now, and of course, for more Valorant updates, be sure to stay tuned to IGN.